Okay, so this is I believe my first video that I'm not streaming and I'm just doing for YouTube, and it's an update to my Leroy video. The game got updated, and basically they just nerfed Leroy, which was desperately needed, I must say. And we're just gonna go over the changes, and yeah, let's check how everything's changed. So first of all is jab string. The second hit is now -9. That'd be this move. It used to be -7. That's not a huge change. It used to be a +4, is now a +2. So you're less likely to get hit by something big. You can move better after getting hit. And the homing has decreased. Now this is what it means. Before, you would step, and occasionally, just the second hit would just clip you. Alright. Let me try and do it. Sometimes when you step to the left, there. First hit whiffed. Right? No, the first hit hit, the second hit whiffed. That wouldn't have happened. And considering the second hit of the string guarantees the rest of the string, which is this, which no longer wall splats, by the way. I don't believe that's in the patch notes, but it doesn't wall splat anymore. Also, the third hit is now more minus, so yeah. So now you can interrupt this whole string if you so wish, with an EXDP. You couldn't do that before. It was only -10. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you could end a match on it, why not? Now it's -13, which means you have more time to punish it in 10 frames, and you can get our down to punish. Our favorite 12 frame launch punish that does a lot of damage. Down forward 1-2 also works, but yeah, it's not worth it most of the time. What else? Oh yeah, I was gonna show this. Yeah, if you step and duck, you won't get hit by the third hit. Also, I wanted to check something quickly. Yeah, the last hit's a middle. Yeah, that was just me. So 1+2, 1+2, 1+2, which is this. It does a lot less damage. Not much to say there. Down 2-4. The distance when the move is blocked has been decreased. We didn't really have a problem punishing it at close range. It's now easier at longer ranges, but at max range, it will still whiff. I don't think wall standing 4-4 ever whiffed, but now I can guarantee that it doesn't. Yeah, see, that's max range. Wall standing 4-4 will always work. Next, we have down 3 that does less damage. That's the first hit of the infamous down 3-2 string. So not much to say, just less damage for his pressure. That's good. Now the big nerfs. Right? Down 1+2. This horrible move used to be 0 on block, force crouch, and it tracks to one side, right? So before you could only step that way, which will get you hit. But now you can easily step down when you're on the left. So you step to the right. Before, if you didn't have a hitbox, doing this was very, very hard. Also, like I said, it forced crouch, and it was at 0. So what you wanted to do is like press a while standing 4 maybe to, you know, stop the pressure. But he had a 10 frame counter hit wall splat, which now doesn't wall splat, and the move's not 0. So now its pressure with this move is going to be a lot worse. So that is a great nerf. If anything, that's a bit too heavy of a nerf in my opinion, but they, after everything Leroy did for the community, he needed to be extra nerfed to make sure everyone was pleased. That's my opinion. So down back 1. So first hit, I've down back 1 3, which is 0. Down back 1 1 plus 2, which was made -10 in the last batch. This was really good. This high crushed almost immediately. It's 16 frames, so it's not too bad for a poke considering it crushed. Well, now it doesn't crush. Like, if he did this before, the jab wouldn't have hit. It now does. That will heavily change the way he pressures you in a great way. Back 1 counter hit does less damage, not much to say. Back 1 plus 2. Okay. Back 1 plus 2 is this move, right? It does less damage, which is good. It used to be only -5, now it's -9. And I've seen people get this blocked and do it again, and it worked, because it's a 12 frame counter hit mid, which add more pushback. Now, it's got it does have less pushback, right? Decreased distance when you're less pushback. -9. It used to be +6 on it, now it's only +2. Basically, if you got hit, even if it wasn't a counter hit, you lost your turn. Now +2, especially with Akuma, you don't really lose your turn. If he does this into down forward 1 and you do big jabs in the middle, you will win. So I'll record it. Boom, boom. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh yeah, pushback is too strong. Sorry. Jabs are fine. If he tries to do down forward 1 on hit, you are correct to jab. But you know, he's got a parry. He could still duck. He could still stab. Pushback's pretty good, so he could backdash him with punish. But if you think he's gonna continue pressure, you don't do it. Also, if he does back 1 plus 2, back 1 plus 2, and you jab, oh, you'll whiff because of the pushback, and you will technically punish. But they shouldn't do that. It's got a huge pushback. Hey, that's not good. Last thing I want to test. Boom. No, sorry. Boom, boom. Yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Even F3, the pushback's too strong. Yeah, so you can't do that. I don't think that's really new, but it used to be +6, so you know. He could have made. Yeah, I don't know what he could have done. Let's move on. The recovery has been increased. That is a very strong nerf. This move was hell to punish, right? That was a punish. I waited. If you notice, you can check out the video if you haven't, because a lot of stuff is still relevant in my original Leroy tutorial, right? But this was very hard to punish. Now it's okay. It's relatively easy, I'd say. What else? Upward 4, decreased range of attack. I don't know the exact range it used to hit at, but this would have hit. Now it's about 230 is where it hits. I think maybe this would have hit 245. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. But yeah, less range on that. 4422. This. Now there's no pushback. Akuma didn't really have a problem punishing it. He could do down forward 1-2, but he couldn't do jab DP or down 2. Now you can launch it. If you have the bar, you can launch it. You know, the usual launches, right? 10 and 12 frame. So that's a big buff for us. I know Yoshimitsu can actually do a flash when blocking this and launching. So that will hurt. Forward 3. homing, high crushing, huge range, and +1 is what it used to be. And now, it's not homing at all. Any direction. Akuma's walk is terrible on steps, but yeah. This used to be homing. It is not. Just, if you see Leroy doing that, accidentally, yeah, whatever. But if he's point blank, you gotta chase him down. But yeah, now it's also -2, so he can't really use it for pressure. Now, if you're not careful, you'll do back 1 when you do down forward 1. Let's see if my math is correct. And you will trade, and he gets a guaranteed hit on the trade. But we have a 12 frame, so it's not great. But if you want to stop pressure, you can do this. He could parry you. It's Leroy. He's still got options. It's still a good character. But now that's changed. Forward 1+2. What's changed? Change damage from 20 to 25. That does more damage, right? But on block, yeah, on block, it's the on block, there's not too much distance. See, at the wall, he would have been about here. Like, that's the distance that would have been created by him. Now he's at -9 in front of you, right? Which is a clean hit for Akuma at the wall sometimes, you know. But whatever, you can pressure him after that. Before, the pushback was so big that even if it was -9, you can really pressure. And the reason they increased the damage is because now his jab string doesn't. His jab string doesn't wall splat, so you can get a forward 1+2, I believe. There. This is guaranteed. Even without the wall, I believe it's guaranteed. But maybe only on bigger characters. But yeah, they increase the damage on that, but that doesn't make much of a difference. Wall Rising 2. Wall Rising 2. This moves to 15 frame launcher. It's -14, but with the pushback, the back 1 combo for Akuma used to be a bit hard to land sometimes. It is now not hard to land, so launch it. If he does that, launch it. So the usual down to whatever jab works, but back 1's a free launcher, no bar, so I would use that. While enemy is down back 2, that's when he punches the ground. That does less damage, which means his wall combo after Hermit F4 at 60% and in the ground pounds, that does less damage overall. Once per match, that's the Cane. Cane does 10 less damage, that's good. And the parry has 5 more frames of a recovery. So yeah, I held back to make sure he's blocking. Because it won't say punish. But yeah. That's roughly how long you have to punish him. You have forever to punish him, basically. Yeah, if he whips a parry, he's lost. That's basically it. So yeah, that goes over the changes that were made to Leroy. And yeah, thanks for watching. Follow my social media for updates, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.